I was 16 the night something grabbed my feet and tried to drag me out of bed. At first, I thought it was my brother, until I kicked at the empty air and realized there was no one there. I'm 17 now, but this happened a year ago, in a small town on the outskirts of Spokane, Washington. My parents bought the house for a bargain. It was a 2-story place from the 1940s, with creaky floorboards and a heater that clattered every hour on the dot. The neighbors used to whisper that the previous owner had died inside, but my mum just laughed it off. I shared a room with my younger sister. That weekend, she was staying at a friend's house, so I had the room to myself. My older brother, Jake, was 22 and worked the night shift at a 24-hour petrol station on Route 2. He'd usually get home around 2 a.m. and sit on the edge of my bed. We'd chat, or sometimes head to the kitchen for a bowl of cereal. It was our little routine. That night, I woke up feeling the mattress sink at the foot of the bed, exactly like when Jake would sit down. Still half asleep, I tried to talk to him. There was no answer. Thinking he was playing a prank, I lifted my leg and kicked out towards the end of the bed. My foot met nothing but cold air. Even so, the mattress stayed sunken, as if someone was sitting there, leaning forward. I opened my eyes. The room was dark, lit only by the street lamp filtering through the blinds. I couldn't see anyone. My heart began to race. I closed my eyes and repeated a prayer I'd learned at church. Then, I felt the duvet being pulled. I gripped it tight with both hands. There was a second tug, stronger this time. The duvet flew right out of my hands, whipped across the room, and hit the wall with a heavy thud before sliding to the floor. Trembling, I scrambled to the edge of the bed, climbed out, and ran barefoot down the hallway to my parents' room. I climbed into their bed and huddled close to my dad. He grumbled, not quite understanding what was going on. I lied and told him it was nothing. I tried to relax, but a minute later, I felt a tug on my ankle, just like before. I froze completely. My dad noticed I'd gone stiff and thought I was kicking him. I told him it wasn't me. He switched on the bedside lamp, saw how pale I was, and pulled me into the middle of the bed, between him and my mum. Even protected between the two of them, I couldn't settle. Every 30 seconds, I felt another tug on my ankle. Then it moved up to my calf, then my hip, as if invisible hands were trying to haul me out of the bed. I could feel the pressure. It didn't hurt, but it was firm, as if someone were actually grabbing hold of me. My dad held me tight and told me to stay still. I laid there with my eyes wide open, listening to the house creak until the first light of morning crept through the window. The next day, I told them everything. My mum went quiet. She admitted the house had a history, doors opening on their own, the TV turning itself on at 3 a.m., cold spots in the hallway. She said the worst part was when they touched you. It caused a deep nausea, like your stomach was turning inside out. After that night, my parents started saying prayers in every room. We even had a priest come to bless the house. The incidents became less frequent, but they never stopped entirely. Even today, I never sleep with my feet hanging off the bed. If I do, I feel that same pressure all over again. People say ghosts can't touch you. I wish that were true. If you don't believe spirits can touch, take it from me. They can. I've heard accounts of people being slapped, strangled, even thrown against walls. That night was the worst thing that's ever happened to me. And if it hadn't happened to me, I wouldn't believe it either.